And over here, marmalade. The way marmalade works is if you have excess oranges in the booth that's over here, marmalade produces with the excess, meaning that once it's over like 30,000, I think it'll start producing marmalade real fast, and then marmalade sells even higher. So if you keep those stocked well enough up, the marmalade booth will create some extra, and you even get more of a bonus. And over here, the same thing works with the wine. It's apple wine. If you have the apples stocked up and keep it well stocked, you'll start seeing wine being made, and that will sell for an additional bonus as well. In the center, we have the potatoes and sugar beet sales at NATO's, and wheat and manure sales if you have excesses there. And that pretty much covers everything down here at the farmer's market. So anything you bring to the farmer's market early on will give you some bonuses. Did I miss anything else? Oh, there's one other thing I needed to show you, and that is the island has Campbell's on it, but we cannot get to Campbell's because there are no bridges when you first come in. So it's kind of a tease. You will need some product. In order to get to the island, you have to actually go around to the backside bridge first and build the backside bridge. So we'll go around this side of the lake real quick. And there's one of the docks right there. And the last dock is right here for fishing. Right there, real quickly. The sugar beets don't show up in the sell stand. I believe we have that fixed now. I'll check it out one more time, but I think I got that fixed in this version. I'll check it out though before we go live. Make a note real quick of it here. Again. Alright. And over here you'll have a box to build this bridge. Bridges take stone, cement, and boards to build, and you get those products filled up to where the totals say 100. You'll have enough to build the bridges, and this first bridge will get you out onto the island so you can access Campbell's Soup Factory out there, which we'll show you in the next live broadcast, which I'm going to take a little break before we do the live one, just to get my voice back before I lose it here. Probably like 15 minutes. And then I'll save this one and start up the live part 2. Once you're on the island, you'll get the trigger to build the second bridge on this side. It is on the island, so until you have access from that side, you won't be able to build the second one. And there is one other bridge to cross over the river to make traveling easier that you will have to build, and that is over here as well. And that trigger is actually right here in between these trees, because that's how far the bridge will actually extend. And that will build the bridge that goes over the river right here. So until you have this built, you're either going to go all the way around by going all the way to this end or the far end, or not go over the river at all. Going to go this way because the last sell point has moved for the butcher shop, and that was to make room for the new water towers, which we will show you. We moved the butcher shop down this way somewhere in the city area, if I can remember where I put it. Well, not city, but the housing area. Right on the main road. Up here. Take a right. Go down. the street, and you'll find the other animal's cell point is now located right next to the birdseed factory, right here. So I think that 2 hours covers everything that is on the map, and if you give me about a 15-minute break, we'll come back and live on the server and show you everything and how everything operates once it's up and running, and you'll see more of what every product takes. We'll drive around, dump some products in, get everything up and running, and show you how everything functions. So, thanks for watching part 1. Waffles, son, the follows are a little bit slow. I'll leave this paused for a few minutes and see. It's just my silly thing. It probably is just delayed. If the follow showed up in the, yeah, you might have to, usually shows up in chat if there's a follow. Let's see questions that are here because I've been not paying attention real quick. Did I fix the fields that hired workers don't want to work on, like Field 14, Yellow Farm? They harvest but don't want to plant, fertilize. The first time you do them, that I did not go through those again. But it's the first time you purchase a field. It has to be done manually. After that, it will work fine. And that's, I haven't even looked. All the bits, when you watch map making class, all the bit sets for a 64-bit map change because there are 64 fruit type map change from the standard bit sets, and there's so many combinations that just figuring out that combination is a little bit tricky on this map. But I'll see if I can figure it out. And that follow did not show up. Latest followers. We got Sackboy1712 down there. Green Sting, We're Farmer 123. Those are 3. Big Game 75 is now following. Thank you. And they usually all come in batches. We'll see if another one pops up real quick. You did that on Field 14. And it still did not want to do it on map. That is weird. I'll check it out. Absolutely. Is resin the only product that auto ships now? Resin to the glue factory, auto ships. Gold to the banks, auto ships. And that is it. Everything else now is carried around, I believe. I'm thinking, yeah, I think everything else is in trailers now. But we'll go through again with everything and see if it all comes up. Field 14, if you've planted, cultivated, or harvested, recultivated it, and then replanted, you should be able to do the hired workers. But I'll check it out. We never used hired workers on our thing until recently, so we'll check that out for you. Actually, you can do that test later on for me today, Thernadad, if you come on in. But for now, if you have any more questions, I'm going to stop this broadcast and start up in another 15 minutes, roughly, part 2, where everything will be live on the server. And we'll go through everything one more time with live actual factory operations. And show you a couple of extra things there as well that aren't on the map. So come back in about 15 minutes or stay here. You may have to refresh your browser when we go live. There is no fish food. They still use corn. Corn for fishing. I was going to do a fish factory, but, you know, at some point things got to stop. There are so many. We will revisit doing those things like adding fish food down the road, but it's a whole new factory process and building another factory and all of that fun stuff, which would just keep making this go on forever and ever and ever. So after we do our single player map, we'll see if there's anything we want to throw back into here for a small update and see what project we're going to work on next. But we're going to start working on the single player map to hopefully have something done for the mod contest. So you're stuck with corn on the boats right now, but right now I'm going to close out this and save it, and we'll see you back here in just a few minutes, about 15 minutes. You may have to refresh the stream when it goes back running. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon.